and maybe a few less missed opportunities on the goal line here, but we're going to say goodbye to Yummy and head into this lower bracket matchup. We got Merge wanting to get back into that top 4 form, take down Power. And Power, Jake, they've got everything on the line. They thought they were nervous in the previous series on stream. Now they've got everything, and Fever's going to start us off strong.
I mean, that helps you with the nerves there. Just a straight-up kickoff goal. Gus, it's an unfortunate 50, but what's not unfortunate is just how quick Fever was to score that.
If you want to make a statement, that's the best way to do it. Fever getting the good kickoff goal. We've seen it plenty of times from Power. They like to be very fundamental, be a bit confusing as well on these kickoff plays. Go for a few fakes. Gus trying to go for a few fakes on the goal line. Amphas can't quite get there, and Cobo to tie it up.
They pull off the fake kickoff. It goes straight to Gus. He gets the solo play, faking out, I think, Fever. And the 50, not good enough from Amphas, but what a tough spot. Just beautiful kickoff play.
If this is the setting that we're going to get straight out the gate of both teams coming out firing, this is exactly what you want to see. Fever up nice and early, looking for the backboard read. Amphas there, no! The flu game not coming strong for Amphas in game 1.
Fever is playing so fast this game. This is the quickest I've seen him play in a long time. He's ready to step up to get this victory.
Fever said that wasn't too happy with their performance, seeing if this can be the decider to really give Fever that next level ability. Is they have that striker up at the front of the pack here. Usually seeing more on defense, being that third man. We're really trying to make an impact on the offensive end. That might be a shot on target. Fever doing it on all ends of the field to start us off.
Yeah, super close opportunity for Merge though. That third man just a little too far back. But again, that's what they're focused on. They want to be a bit more defensive this series.
Fever yet again on the ball early. That's a 1v1. Torsos up early. Gus going for the bump. Well read there by Torsos to keep it out of the net and keep this game tie for now. Caleb trying to get a follow-up. Torsos looking for the long clear, trying to find a teammate upfield. Merge running low on resources here as they're just trying to withstand the attack from Power.
Tell you what, Gus is looking good this game as well. There's plenty of players looking to step up here. I'm sure Merge want to play Heartbreaker to Power. There's another shot, but Power's goal line defense has been stellar.
We saw some sketchy moments from Cobo in the previous series, a few open nets, but they're not doing that just yet. They're getting the strength on target. Right now, the Power defense just holding strong, especially in the midfield. Fever doing such a good job at stopping these early passes. Merge always looking good when they're looking for these infields. They're trying to work as a team up the field. And right now, they're trying to do just that. Cobo, good early stop, good 50. Gus to take it away. Amphas, last player back. Gus, not enough boost to work with, goes for the bump. Amphas just gets on the ball.
Yeah, they're starting to miss the ball a little too much in defense though, Merge, but offensively, they're pushing forward. Power, I tell you what though, have really solidified their defense.
There is no slowness happening in this game right now. They are pedal to the metal, both teams trying to make a statement early, and because of that, we are at a tie game for now. Caleb looking to change that. No, everyone's whipping in the corner, Jake.
Yeah, plenty of fakes coming out. I think this fast pace will favor Power. They're just so comfortable, and you can see following each other's touches, but at the same time, I love the Merge are ready to play into this, to play forward, to get these quick passes between each other to find those opportunities.
Some great passes upfield there by Gus, going as the first man, trying to then give an option upfield. Works out for a counter attack. Power rotating deep. They are able to put a stop to that. And now looking to make this wall in midfield. No one challenging early here, and it will be a 50 in the goal square. Fever does walk away with the win. And now Power looking to send it the other way. Good early challenge by Gus there to try and keep them on the attack.
Yeah, Merge are looking very solid rotationally. Definitely an improvement from the Ground Zero series. But that Ground Zero series, oh, it's always so close and then missed out by a single goal. It's looking similar here, still tied up with low time remaining.
Just missing that final strength on the shot there to put that away. Fever just able to get there in time. That's going to be a top bin shot there from Gus.
Yeah, Gus finds it. Look how risky Caleb is here, going for backboard bumps. Then Gus, the third man, fearless top corner shot. Beautiful three-man play.
Well, that's what they wanted to work on, Jake. That third man coming in strong, knowing when to play deep and when to push up for moments like that. A risky bumper attempt, you're right, but in the end does pay off. And getting this game 1 win will be huge for Merge. Give him that little bit of momentum, but on top of that, every game that Merge can take is just going to put Power in a more difficult situation, a more nerve-wracking situation as Ampus tries to get the sealer right now. It is met on the goal line.
Dude, Gus is having an amazing series. He gets that save as well. Sorry, game 1, I mean, there's the excitement already. Feels like we've been at it for a while, but 45 seconds is still only a goal. Power are going to start pushing forward. You can already see it. Torsos is going to get a shot, but no, massive mistouch.
That's played off to the side where Merge are now able to take control of it. Power having to retreat into their own half, but it's yet again Fever in the midfield trying to keep this team's hopes alive in game number 1. Ampus looking for the midfield, can't find it, and Gus plays it downfield, just trying to buy time for Merge.
Torsos playing it slow, somehow dodges that demo. Risky play, and it doesn't pay off. Straight to Caleb. Power going to get one last chance here, but still cut out.
Gus, hold on, gets the flip reset, gets the extra touch. It is played aside. Now the ball's high in the Merge end of the field. They just have to drop this down. 0 seconds. Caleb, plenty of boost, is probably just going to look for a 50 here, not wanting to keep this ball up for too long, but it is found its way into the goal square. Ampus looks to keep it alive. 50 in the midfield. No one hits it, and Merge come out the gate strong with game 1.
What a performance, man. I mean, both teams came out swinging. Power looked good, but Merge is stepping up to the plate.
And you talk about Gus, you mentioned 100% goal participation, 4 saves, 5 shots, doing it on every single end of the field, leading the team with the MVP medal in game number 1 here. Gus, always that play that you look out for, and is not only able to get those goals, but just seems to be an enabler for this Merge roster.
Yeah, and you see it on the other side as well. Fever topping the score for his team, and he had a massive performance. You see that shot early in game 1. They were feeling good, but Merge, they got the comeback.
7 saves, Jake. He has as many saves as Merge does, which just proves the pressure that Merge had, but Fever just seems to be doing it on all ends, maybe really putting this series on his own foot.
Yeah, and then what a goal from Gus there. That 3-man play, Caleb with the bump, Cobo with the pass, and then to hold their nerve as well. That's sometimes the toughest part when you are the underdog. They did it, man. They played fast. They gave Power no room to score their goals, and they got a really comfortable game 1.
Well, we're underway in game 2 here. A great start from both teams, but Merge just able to break away in the final moments. Power, can they get the lead? Can they maintain it? Because Merge are playing up to standard that we saw. And you did say something earlier that GZ might have been just a better matchup for Merge in terms of counteracting their playstyle.
Yeah.
Do you think Power maybe fits the Merge playstyle a lot better and allows them to play the way they want?
Well, I mean, Merge are playing great with this fast playstyle. I thought it would benefit Power, but I mean, they're leading at the moment. Ground Zero were just so solid. They were difficult to get past for this Merge roster, and that really highlighted their defensive mistakes. But I don't know, I really feel like Merge is stepping up here.
Yeah, definitely they're coming out the gates with something to prove, and maybe even wanting to be the reason yet again why Power are out of not only the major, but Worlds as well. Now, Caleb trying to send it the other way. Good midfield stop there by Torsos, and is staying nice and close to it. Give Power a little bit of time to get back on the offensive end. Teammates rotated quite deeply. Now Fever on the other end, just going to send it into the opposite corner.
I'm a little bit worried for Power because it felt like they were playing their game. They were feeling good. You know, Fever was playing out of his mind, and they still lost. I'm wondering mentally how they'll be able to adapt to that and whether they can still trust themselves.
Good attempt here for Merge. They've been on offense for a while. Power now finally able to break out, but they're not going to have the boost enough to try and turn this into a solid offense before it's quickly taken away by Merge yet again. But that's everyone cheating forward. Cobo, sorry, has to make a save and can't get there.
And maybe overconfidence, I'm not sure, but Merge forgot about their 3rd-man focus they had coming in. No one home. Cobo almost got to it, but a bump, I think, scared him a little bit.
Yeah, as soon as that player was up in the air, Gus and Cobo both cheating upfield to try and, I believe, even get boost or maybe just be an option. Either way, that's going to open the net for Power and open Perhaps even the floodgates here. Power getting the first goal. That's a good angle just off target.
Wow, great kickoffs coming out of Merge. That's not a great fake from Caleb, although it's kind of working out. Chaos in front of the power net, but Fever calmly controlling it.
Fever seems to be that player right now that is controlling the pace, understanding when they need to take time or go quick. Right now, it's been Gus, the enabler for Merge, trying for another attempt. Might turn into a quick counter attack. Good stop by Merge in the midfield.
Yeah, Power are going to keep up the pressure, and Merge, they have their backs against the wall again, facing the need for a goal, but that's exactly the situation they were in last game.
Can Caleb get something going here? They've been on offense for quite a while and always turns into these quick attacks here for Power. Is in the goal square. Two players missing it in the corner. And now Gus just trying to keep it alive, trying to battle past Torsos, does get it into the infield. That's a demo of an opportunity, but Fever wasn't able to get the angle.
It's actually an opportunity almost the other way. Some big demos almost coming out of Merge. Here's a good chance, but Power, again, looking solid, rotating back. This is a big chance, though. Cobo just fires it wide.
I love Fever there, you know, if you're going to stop Gus, just bump him off the ball. Just get him, don't go for the ball, just go for Gus when he's going for his mechanics. Try and just take him out of the play. It works well to take control of that attempt here. Now, Torsos 0 boost, but might have an opportunity. Gus just able to get in the way.
Well, Fever fakes it. Almost worked out, but Amphis had to be careful there. Merger on the back foot here, but Power not really looking as clinical as we're used to seeing them.
Oh, that is a beautiful first touch from Torsos and carries it through all the way into the net. That beautiful first touch keeps it close and beats out all three members in net.
Yeah, as I say that, Torsos pulls that out. Almost looked like an impossible angle there, but what a goal for his team.
That's got to get the muscles bumping, the momentum going here for Power, getting a shot like that. It might quickly go the other way. Fever just manages to get in the way.
Fever's everywhere, man. Gus is left totally alone against Amphis. Amphis still so confident in these situations, makes it 3.
Power just have these games where it seems like Merge are just on point. Power come out game 2, 3 goals early, trying to make a statement, trying to put Merge back into their place. See if they can hold true, because they're looking a lot better here in this game. Can Merge even get an answer? There's still a minute and a half left to go. Might turn into a quick counterattack. It might be 4-0 if Amphis can get a flick just a little bit too far away from the ball.
Yeah, another good kickoff from Merge, but still unable to convert it. Power are going to be feeling very comfortable in this game. Looks like they've probably done enough, and now the mechanics are really starting to show. Just big hits, confident challenges. Power aren't looking as phased anymore.
Well, you just look at the turnaround. 2 shots on target here for Merge in game number 2. Complete turnaround from what we saw in game 1. That's a good shot opportunity. Caleb now has plenty of boost to work with. Gets the flip reset past 1. Cobo's up nice and early. 2 players left to defend that one. Off the backboard, good EU clear from Power.
Yeah, Power's defense is looking great at the moment. Just so calm, very organized. Not normally a quality we'd praise them for. It's coming out at the perfect time.
Time is winding down here as Power look to take a command in game 2. And it's all on Merge to now see if they can get one for the road, try and get that spark back that we saw previously. Good clear downfield. Gus has an option off the backboard, goes for the corner, gets the read. Oh, dangerous scenes there for Power as Torsos just walks away with a save.
Yeah, Gus had that. That would have been a highlight reel, but again, this Power defense too strong, still holding till the very end, shutting out Merge in a statement of a game 2, showing that they're not going to let that momentum get the better of them.
And Torsos, a little fist bump there, I believe, after that game. Looking a little bit hype here. Maybe trying to carry the hypeness for the team, knowing Amphis is feeling a bit sick and trying to conserve the energy.
So sad, man. Look at him.
He's trying to conserve that energy for Sunday, but we'll see if they can manage to get there the way that they played in game number 2 here. They are looking a lot better. Will Merge be able to get back in front here?
Yeah, and Fever again, MVP on the scoreboard, but that was really a team effort. Everyone connecting from Power for a really dominant game there.
And just anyone able to pull off plays like this. There's that goal from Torsos again, and what a beautiful shot. And moments like that, Jake, just have to hype your team up. I know you've got some sick players on power, but you can't help but just get around your teammate when they're pulling off goals like that.
Torsa's hyping himself up. He's feeling good, and I think that would have been a big goal for his confidence moving forward.
Good to see. We'll see if they can continue this run in game 3, or will that just be a one-off? Can Merge bring that back? We saw Gus have a lot of opportunities there. I always like to call him the enabler, but even proving you can put some shots on target if needed. That final attempt save from Torsos has got to get the blood flowing a little bit here for Merge if they want to take this down. Still a long way to go. Game 3 in a best of 7.
Yeah, we'll see. But I mean, Serrani kind of just started to run away against that Pioneers roster out of nowhere. So this game 3 could be pivotal to show who's going to keep the advantage. But Power, if they replicate that game 2 form, that was just looking dominant.
And off the kickoff yet again, Fever having a good attempt, trying to get that 50 now. Torsos looking for the infield pass, does beat out the defense, but just off target there. Fever looking to follow it up, and no one's back for a good while. The net is left clear.
Fever too good, man, too quick, and Cobo, Gus, big mistakes in defense. You can't afford to make those.
Gus talked about it, that third man has been an issue for this roster. And time again, we're just seeing a lapse in, maybe they think they're moving up to second man, they should push up the field, not knowing how the play is going to turn out. And that's given Power a little bit of time to just score these open nets. And just like that, Power, they're up by a goal already, and they seem to know how to play very comfortably from this position.
Yeah. No, I think Power are going to be feeling good. Merge have been on the back foot this entire game. Fever's looking like he's about to get another, but it sets up Anthus. He gets the tap in. Power are running away with it.
Great goal there to get that safety goal, and Cobo just left on an island by himself trying to save that one due to the demo that happened in the corner for Merge. Now 2-goal lead already. Merge looks so promising in game number 1, and now it just seems to be the Power warm-up. They've taken over.
It's their offense that was so impressive, but Power was just so solid defensively last game. And I mean, Merge, those cracks in defense that we saw against Ground Zero, they're starting to show again here.
Looking for those passes a few times, but the difference is now it's just getting read by Power. They know that they're looking for those midfields, cutting them off nice and early. Caleb now trying to play around the defense, this time trying to play it into the corner, see if they can get the center that way. Torsos just happy playing backwards in his own corner.
Yeah, flopping around, but gets it out. Stalls some time. Plenty of time left though for Merge. 3.5 minutes. They've been shut out of this game. That's not what you're after though. Anthus, open net. He's not going to miss that. This is getting brutal. This is getting brutal indeed. There's plenty of time left on the clock, Jake, but they've only put one shot on target in 1.5 minutes from a dominating game 1. Now to barely just being able to put any pressure on Power. Meanwhile, Power, they're just happy walking away with this one. They've got everything they need. They're assaulting the Merge net. Now will they be able to just run this through? 3 goals lead, you've got to be feeling comfortable. Yeah, it's a great recovery from Power. I mean, they were looking good. Lost yesterday. Certainly not proud of their series against 95X, but this is the best Power we've seen in a while. And it just seems to be, I don't even know if it's the confidence or just that they're getting the touches that they need. But on top of that, it just seems to be a mixture of the defense from Merge. I just don't know what's happening on the defensive end, whether it's the third man or whether it's just committing to these challenges that they're getting. They're losing the 50 or they're just getting outpaced. Merge are panicking. They're playing way too quickly. They're getting these awful touches because of it, or just getting beat like there with Cobo. So something's going very wrong. They need to reset mentally because, again, just like these mistakes, unforced errors, big miss from Cobo for no reason. It's falling apart. We're in the best of 7, so if there's any way to reset a mental, we know just what you can do. You get one timeout per best of 7. They might even be looked to using it unless they can use these last few moments to try and bring something back, get an early goal like that, and that might just give you that spark needed. I was almost going to say just start thinking about the next match because they're just still playing so panicked, but this goal, it keeps things interesting. 3 goals is certainly a lot, but there's still so much time left in this game. And I've heard of that, Jake, in terms of
when a game starts getting out of hand, you use that time to try and start talking about the next game and, you know, taking the current game for what it is. At what point do you start thinking about that? Or, you know, how late in the game do you wait to just say, all right, no need to comm, let's start already communicating what's going on?
Yeah, it depends, man. Again, this is getting out of hand again, and it just feels like Merge are making the same mistakes, and I think it's really worth it long-term in the series to just slow down, figure out what's going wrong, because honestly, it just seems like they're panicking. I think they can sort that out with a timeout.
Yeah, and you said the speed would have played to Power's advantage, and it didn't in game one because maybe Power weren't ready for this kind of fiery start for Merge, but now they've gotten used to that pace, and they're able to play, and it's working well into their hand. So maybe that's what Merge need to do, start controlling the pace a bit more, not trying to play to Power's speed, because these demos and these aerial plays coming out from Power are just looking more and more dangerous as the series progresses.
Yeah, no, Power are looking phenomenal, honestly, and I really want Merge to just mostly focus on their defense. I still like the fast play out of them. Like, yeah, we saw them beat Power doing that handily in game one, but just letting in 5 goals, and especially in the fashion they have, like, they've kind of been giving them to Power.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of great goals that are almost unsavable for Power, but you're right, majority of them have just been a mistake on the defensive end, you know, cheating too far upfield, not relying on that third player. And that's just what's allowed Power to not only get the lead, but then maintain such a dominant performance, getting 5 goals. That's not what you want if you Merge. You need to try and put a stop to this early. Otherwise, they might just be saying goodbye to the end of their season if they can't turn this around.
Yeah, you can see though, it already feels like they've started to recompose themselves. Again, maybe because they have kind of shut out of this game mentally, and that's kind of helped them not be as panicky, because yeah, I really feel like if they can get in control of their mental side, it'll be a far more even battle.
Well, they have got a coach, so maybe they can have a talk over and just see exactly a great way to go about it. Because, you know, we always talk about, Jake, you're a big coach fan. You love the coach buff in RLCS.
Formal's our resident coach fan, but no, for sure. In situations like these where you can see it's clearly a mental barrier, it's tough as a player when you're in there to fix those, because it takes so much to even play this game.
Going into this next game, you have another goal under your belt, so you like to see that from Cobo, trying to get anything going, and hey, maybe taking the game a lot more chill, not putting as much pressure on yourself, has led to their last 2 goals.
Well, so this is why I was kind of suggesting they might want to do this, because I think still take the timeout, but then you get to talk, okay, why was that better at the second half of that game? What did we do differently? And then they can just naturally realize, wow, we're just spazzing out, you know, we're too nervous, just chill. And yeah, we'll see. Definitely expecting the timeout, but maybe they're feeling good just having that time to reset mid-game.
And Power got to be happy with that. You've got so much pressure, so many nerves about just this series and what's to come. You know, you could possibly meet up with that Pioneers matchup that can send you to the major and also keep your world's hopes alive. And it doesn't seem like they're playing with that much nerves. They're feeling confident. They know that they've had Merge's number, at least in the last 2 games. So we'll just have to see if they can keep this run going, because I do agree with you. It's on Merge to make these changes. Power are just going to keep storming through and playing the way that they're playing, unless Merge are the team that can make that adaptation and try and find out what was so successful the first game, what was so successful the second half of this one. How did they go from 1 shot in the first 2 minutes to now putting, I think, 13 on target?
Yeah, well, they didn't take a timeout. They're gonna back themselves, and you can see from the highlights just how many, you know, unforced errors they were making, just throwing themselves at the ball. And you can see how relaxed Power are in the cams as well, especially Torsos. Just looks like just a regular day for him, and it's working wonders.
Maybe what you said is right, is they took the last 2 minutes of that game as their timeout, so they've already figured out what they need to do. They used the last 30 seconds to a minute to try and see if it worked. They got a goal out of it, and they're saying, we don't need this timeout. We can get going. We know what we need to do. This two games away, Power, from taking it, and this is the game you've got to win if you Merge.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how frustrated. I think that's Gus on the camera there. Just how frustrated he was looking. But I don't blame him. Those are frustrating goals to let in when you just feel like you're giving them to your opponent of silly mistakes.
And a pinch coming out of the gate there from Airfus, almost finding its way through, and that's a near 3v1 going the way, but no, it's going to be Fever trying to get the save, but ends up putting it through.
Yeah, big overcommit coming out of Power. Fever left stranded, and I don't think there was much he could do there, honestly, but it's a beautiful finish either way.
Yeah, they had a 3v1 going against Fever, no boost in the tank, had to just try and get to it early. Unfortunately, I agree with you, not too much he could do, but that's got to be a good start there from Merge.
I mean, that's an amazing start. Now it's the first time they've been leading in a game in this series, and we'll see how much of an effect that makes.
Cobo actually looking for a second one, finds Caleb into the corner. Caleb, the classic boost over ball, won't be getting to that one. Now Fever with a good redirect, just crossbarring down. Someone's got to get to it early. Torsos is on the case here, couldn't quite put it away, and Merge walk away without a goal against their name here.
They're playing with fire there, I tell ya. Torsos reminded them why they can't be so relaxed in defense. Maybe taking those adjustments too far because they realized they were panicking, but you've also got to stay sharp.
This has been a good attempt here from Power. Gus finally able to break free.
Whoa,
that's going to be a good 50,
think.
and that's going to lead to an open net. Gus has been the leading factor here early on in Game 4.
And we still have a series on our hands. I tell you, I was a little nervous. Power absolutely dominating the last 2 games, but Merge have brought it back.
And this is all you need if you're Merge. You just need to remind Power what is at stake here by getting those first few goals on the board here, and now putting them on the back foot. And they're not going to be on the back foot for long if Airfus can score bangers like that. But Gus on the offensive end now able to get the saves as well.
Yeah, Gus continuing to have an awesome series right now. Stepping up for his team everywhere he's needed. Power, look how much flatter they are now. They've lost that synergy, that effortlessness that they were scoring with the last few games.
And that was almost a triple commit there, or Gus committing his third man. I thought we were just going to see signs of the previous game and the previous series against GZ, but they're able to show that restraint. They know when to push up as third and when that they need to take that foot off and when they need to just score on the net. So strong there from Cobo.
Yeah, what a banger from Cobo. Almost out of nowhere as well. 120 Ks past Torsos. No chance for the defense.
Oh, we use KPH over here, so everyone quickly gotta go on the interwebs and type in that converter to see what it is in miles per hour. But what a banger there from Cobo. What a complete turnaround, Jake. What have we witnessed here? We saw Power just take the lead in a dominant fashion. I thought it was going to be like that the rest of the series, and now we're 3-0 up here from Merge.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. But Merge, they have to convert this game. Power just looked so dominant all through last game, but that can be difficult to do. Like, if Power get 1 goal now, suddenly things could turn, and Ampers already causing some problems.
Gus yet again on the defensive end. No one is watching that infield there from Merge, and it has allowed Torsos for an opportunity. Couldn't quite beat out the defensive prowess there from Merge. There's now a touch coming over from Evers. Hold on, finds Fever in the corner. Almost puts that away.
What a save from Caleb, though. That looked like a beautiful combination from Power, but it's stopped on the goal line.
I don't even know how you read that from Evers. I thought that was just going to find its way in. Instead, works out to be such a good pass, and now Cobo's left back alone.
Again.
But Caleb yet again.
Oh, Caleb is stepping up, man. Look at Merge. Power must be so frustrated. Everything's connecting, working perfectly, and then Merge are just stopping it every time.
And that's a few times now Merge have been able to get this first save, but it's that follow-up that has been so quick from Power that leads to these goals. But now they're stopping in field. They're not stranding out one of their players from Merge on the defensive end to have to make one save and then a follow-up touch as well.
Oh, look, they're still a bit flat-footed, though. Amphis, again, reminds them they can't get away with that. Power are just controlling so much of this offense. Here's a great chance.
No,
Torsos crossbars it. Worse, takes it away from Fever, and it's an overcommit. That's going to be 4. That is painful.
I don't know what the comms were like, but that's not what you want to see when you're trying to regain from 3 goals down. Just that double commit, not only disallowing a goal opportunity, but then leading into your own net. Power just in shambles here in game 4.
That is
And
tough.
again,
Oh, it's
Gus
falling
has
apart.
done it. They're just running away with it. What is going on? We had a 5-1 scoreline, Jake, in the previous one, and now Merge have just decided to switch on.
Now Power need the reset, man.
Is this where Power start calling a timeout? Is this where it's now on them to use this last minute and 17 seconds to then talk about what they need to do? Do they look to take a timeout? What do you do when you've just had this flipped around on you so much?
It's so tough because this feels like a game that has just gotten away from them, right? Like they let in the first goal, nothing's really gone their way in offense, but it still feels like they've been playing pretty well. But at the same time, if they lose the next match, suddenly they're on match point to miss out on the major and Worlds. The stakes can't be higher, and yeah, I don't think Power will be playing better as the series progresses because of that.
Yeah, they're definitely, those nerves are just going to build more and more as this series goes on. That might be a quick goal there. Amphis gets one for the road, and this is exactly what we saw game 3. Final few moments, Power are going to get a few goals to try and get their momentum back, see if they can lead that into the next game, and maybe even avoid using that timeout till a bit later.
Yeah, no, important consolation goal, I think. That would have been really frustrating for Power to get completely shut out. I still think they should probably take a timeout, though. Again, this next match, this next game in the series is just going to be so important.
But for Power at least, as Cobo just going to get another one. They're looking for the Brazil. Where you look at this game from Power, and if they use their timeout, it is a tie game. Yeah, it can help them reset. But if you can try and save it that one extra game and then have that under your belt when you're up to game 6 or, you know, you're into game 7, could be a huge benefiting factor. But at what point do you just call this an unfortunate game for Power, or you've just been outplayed?
Again, that's what Merge had to deal with last game. They decided to not take the timeout, and they didn't need it. They came back swinging and completely flipped the script. So I'm not sure. I think it'll just come down to personal preference, how these teams like to use their timeouts. But whatever happens, again, Power have to show a new side of themselves to stop whatever got into Merge to get them 6 goals.
Well, I trust Jimmer's capabilities here on the end of Power to make the right decision to use that timeout when necessary. We'll see if that's exactly what they're going to do. And you look at that score line again, Gus is just insane. This split from Merge has been always showing up continuously in this series against Power.
Yeah, no, Gus is having the best series I've seen. Nothing super flashy, but he's just everywhere. He's doing exactly what he needs to. And it's such an important series to possibly take out Power. And Power, look how the mood has shifted, man. They were looking so happy after, what, game 2, game 3? Now it's back to a bit too serious. Again, I think the pressure up against a Merge who is just chilling, it's such a difficult situation.
Yeah, Power are definitely going to take their time out here to try and talk things over and just see what exactly went wrong, because the script has just been flipped on them from that game, and having to really try and make that comeback here, trying to, you know, have a word with Jimmer and try and find out exactly how to just put that game behind you. Dominating display there from Merge 6-1. You've got to be hyped. I'd love to be in that call right now and just see how hyped they are. They are taking it to Power, who people thought were just going to wipe the floor in this spring split after that regional #1. Now Merge looking to try and get back into top 4 after their first attempt last regional as well.
Yeah, it's been tragic to see Power just unable to play to their potential. Must be even more frustrating for them. And I bet that's on their mind as well. That's going to make it tough. And like, look how starry-eyed Gus is, man. He's just having the time of his life. The difference couldn't be more obvious.
Gus is just a kid in a candy shop right now, just absolutely loving it. He's got the entire field to work with and show us just what he's capable of. But we're about to head into game 5. We'll see if that timeout helped Power, or if Merge are just going to keep storming their way through this series.
I think this first goal is going to be really important. We've had 2 washout games going both sides. So whoever gets that first goal is really going to dictate the pace of this one.
That could be a good fake kickoff there. Gus now having a capability to work with, and it goes for the fake in as well. Great play there. As I said, Power really seemed to be that team that brought in the different kickoffs and the fake kickoffs, and now Merge have seemed to really run away with it.
Yeah, Merge have been absolutely dominating the kickoffs in such creative ways. This is tough for Caleb though. Anthus could have gone for the bump, but maybe missed it, maybe didn't go for it. Either way, Caleb continuing an impressive defensive showing.
If I was on defense, the last thing I'd want is 2 Power members coming towards my net, almost finding a way into the first goal of the series here, but that's just going to be Cobo. Hold on.
What a shot. That was insane. Caleb 50s it to him. Cobo clutch as ever. Anthus was pretty much in the perfect spot there, even near post, but can't keep it out.
But you're right though, the angle that Cobo had to come to that ball to still get not only the power, but the placement. Didn't have a flip to work with either, and still places that so well. We've seen what happens when a team runs away with the first goal, and now running away for a second one. No, Gus couldn't quite make that attempt.
Merge win the kickoff again, although...
Oh no.
Caleb, big defensive mistake. His team's there to bail him out. Maybe there's connections. It's over. Torsos gets the shot. Cobo's back in time.
Got us. When does it start getting frustrating here for Power? So many good opportunities, but it seems like Merge have this whole defensive thing figured out of how they want to play. They're playing with each other. That's a good beat out there by Gus, beating out 2 defenders of the Power side. And that demo might clear up a little bit of time here. Cobo just trying to be a pest on the defensive end, staying close to it, not letting Power out of their own half.
Power getting beaten to everything. They're throwing themselves at the ball. They're clearly frustrated. Here's a good situation, but they're missing now as well. Power have not recomposed themselves after last game.
That's a good 50, and that's a good double touch there from Anthus to put it away and tie up game number 5.
The teamwork might not be there, but boy, their mechanics are always on point. So clinical. Anthus makes it look so easy, so casual, and what an important equalizer.
Anthus, you know, we talked about, we want to see that player start to shine through. We've seen Fever really look to take that step up here. There might be an early kickoff there for Torsos. It does 50 outside of the net. Now Caleb, yet again on the defensive end, looking to send it the other way. That's an awkward 50 from Power. Sends it in their own goal square. And now they're stuck in their own half shot opportunity, just played aside from Fever.
I'm still worried for Power, man. They're getting beat to a lot of these balls. They're not looking as confident as they normally are, but Merge now as well. Someone flying across the screen. It's chaos on the pitch.
Torsos looking for a flip reset. Bumps coming out on the Merge end, and it's almost worked out. Cobo just gets there. Another shot on target. No one from Merge can get there in time. Perfectly placed there from Fever.
Anthus gets bumped, but recomposes himself perfectly, and it's Fever, the man who started this series off so well, to get them the lead in this game. What are we up to? 5? Oh, so important.
Fever has been doing it on all ends. And this is where I'd love to see just a matchup between Gus and Fever. Anthus going for the save almost ends up being an own goal, but they will keep it out of their own net for now.
Yeah, Anthus clear. Anthus stepping up for his team as well. Power looking a lot better now, a lot more comfortable now that they have the lead and starting to just play with their food, it looks like.
It seems like it, and Torsos is seeing red at the moment, looking for these demos, trying to just clear out the Merge side of the field. Hasn't worked on that attempt, but it's led to a few good opportunities. Now even a 50 from Fever, who puts it away.
Power is stepping up. It was awkward. They had their moments, but they're stepping up. Fever, beautiful double touch. Everything's working again for Power, and again, such an important game. Looking for that first match point.
And I just love how Torsos, there was no one in the Merge net, and Torsos was still trying to find a demo, was still trying to take out the last member to clear up the net from Fever. Torsos really looking to be that physicality player on the pitch and looking for these demos, trying to clear out the Merge net, and it's working out for them so far here. We'll see if Merge can now get used to this play style and try and counteract it.
Yeah, they still got a minute 40. Power, Anthus, almost giving away a free goal there. Merge is still pushing forward, but Power's rotations have been solid. Fever, no! Everyone's missing! Oh, the ball gets cleared though.
Oh, so many opportunities for A, save, and B for someone to shoot that on target. Neither happening until they're able to walk away with a clear. Now might walk away with a goal if Torsos can get the angle. Does it off the corner? Torsos is peaking right now.
I mean, everyone from Power has had phenomenal goals this game. Everyone's stepping up, and what an angle from Torsos to get it over Caleb.
It just seems like they're trying to one-up each other on the top plays right now. They're all going for it. Torsos has had a few. Fever and Amphis both had some highlight plays as well. Torsos looking good. Everyone from Power has a goal on the board. Fever walking away with 2. They have really controlled the pace of this game. And Jacob, we're just going off history right now. Does this mean Merge are going to take the next one in a 5-1, in a 4-1?
I hope so. I mean, what a back and forth series we have. Both teams recomposing themselves mid-game to elevate their level more and more.
Well, the timeout buff from Power did work out. So we'll see if Merge now still have that one timeout, up their sleeve.
I don't think Power took a timeout. They just went
they
straight
did.
into this one. They did?
Yeah, they did take their timeout, so Power don't have one to go with. And that's why they've won this game just here. It's always the timeout buff. And now Merge still have that under their belt as well. We'll see if they'll look to talk things over after this dominating performance here from Power.
Yeah, this one's tough as well because I feel like Merge have played really well. I mean, that first blowout by Power just on another level. Merge were making so many simple mistakes, but I mean, this has just been Power dominating with beautiful mechanics, fast play, and solid defense as well to keep Merge out.
Well, this does seem like the only difference I'm really noticing is the demos from Torsos. He's looking to get physical, and maybe something you don't need to specifically call a timeout for to try and figure out as a team, but definitely getting later and later in the series. You're one match of being knocked out of the double elim for good and for the split. So we'll have to see if they look to take that timeout to just confirm things and try and take this game number 6 to force that championships field.
Yeah, dominating the shots 14-7. Amphis stepping up. Fever having a great game as well. And it's the Merge timeout. They saved it till match point. But again, it's tough. I mean, 2 games ago when they lost, there was just so many obvious problems. They were panicking. Their third man was in shambles. It's not so clear. I'm not even sure what I'd tell Merge right now.
Is this just a mental reset, or is this to just relax Merge and just say they've got this under wraps, they know what they need to do? Because you're right, the biggest issue for them was that third man, was their defensive rotations. They seem to have fixed that, and it's not like they weren't doing that wrong in that game then. It just was Power really showing off, popping off, and able to get a few demos, and not only that, but score some amazing goals that led to that lead. So we'll see exactly what's going to be talked about in this timeout, and if they'll be able to bring things out fiery from the get-go.
Now, you can see it in Gus's eyes that there's an intensity to this timeout. They're really figuring out exactly what's going wrong. How did they let in so many goals? How can they keep up more goals? Because they did only get 1 that last game as well. There's a lot to work on. It feels like they're doing everything they can to figure it out.
And you'll get to see as well plenty of time there. Gus was doing so well both ends. Caleb really started to step up on the defensive end, made some really clutch saves, and not only that, stopping some infield pass plays. Cobo as well got some saves under his belt, so everyone is showing up here for Merge. But you look at shots like that from Fever, when Power are popping off like that, I don't think there's much any team can do to stop them.
Shit, poor Amphis, man. I can't. It's so sad watching Torsos like popping off and Amphis just like sadly continuing to chew his gum. Like, he's a sick boy. He's doing his best, and I mean, he's still playing incredibly given the circumstances.
Well, as he said, he's saving himself for Sunday to bring that hype, and it's good that you've got players that are able to take it over. Fever and Torsos, they're picking up the team for Amphis's sake, and definitely seems to be working here though. Game 6, can Merge bring it around off a goal to start with? 50! No, just a pure double coming out from Gus to start us off.
Oh, that's the one you want. It's a beautiful pass from Colbo. It's off the kickoff as well. Merge just clinical to start game 6.
And it looked like Fever was going for, I don't know, a psycho, or just didn't have enough capabilities to get up to that in time, but Gus gonna punish that one. Caleb now looking to follow things up, gets the touch, no. Just plays it down. Now Amphis sending it the other way.
Yeah, Amphis pushing it forward. That's
No.
slow. It's just gonna roll in. What happened?
Oh, I think that was a fake coming out from Amphis, just putting that doubt into Caleb's mind there that the redirect was a possibility, and that way it's just gonna dribble across the finish line.
Either way, it was super quick. Fever beat out Cobo despite both of them pretty much flying full speed at the ball. Merge win the kickoff again. We'll see if they can convert.
This is good to see. This is what we saw game one. A nice close matchup at the start led to a closer overall game. No team just running away with it as of yet. Still early signs here as Fever does play it nice and high. Caleb, though, been very good at not really getting saves, but reading these passes and getting these clears.
Yeah, no, Caleb has been so impressive defensively. Caleb and Gus for sure. Cobo more so impressive in the midfield, but all of them are having a great series to keep it close against Power. But Power are equally stepping up. They know they don't want to go to Game 7 here.
You don't want to put that pressure on yourself, and that's a good play there from Power. Tried the 2v1 bump play, but just able to get the save as Merge, and now they're just buying time. They've got the boost and just waiting for their moment to try and get this clear, because Power are just stopping them. That's a good pass over to Amphis, who plays it high, goes for the bump, couldn't quite get it. Merge stay alive.
Yeah, Merge just absorbing this pressure. No dangerous opportunities for Power. That's a massive miss though. Caleb has no boost either. That is not how you want to get scored on.
You had to make that last ditch play there, and Gus just flipping past the ball, getting Torsos that shot, and Caleb, as you said, low boost, forced for that pre-jump. Couldn't get the read. Now Power might be starting their run.
That is such a massive mistake from Gus. Even if he got the touch there, he's risking getting getting dunked. So maybe a bit of inexperience showing there. Either way, Power almost getting a third goal. Starting to smell blood in the water here.
Oh, good shot there, Cobo!
Oh, no.
Couldn't put it away, but it does find itself. I don't know how Cobo got away with that one.
I mean, this was sick. I mean, somehow gets the touch to slowly go in. Fever kind of panicking.
Jake, it's a sick play, but he missed the shot to begin with. He just managed to... All calculated. All right, Jake, all right. You're one of those players that just whiffs the shot off the sidebar, just falls into the dunk, and then you're like, yeah, calculate. I hit that. That was all me.
Yeah, man. I'm impressed with Cobo. That was sick. And yeah, they win the kickoff again. Power just on the back foot time and time again.
It was a great infield pass play, and if they keep doing those kind of passes, we've seen Merge be successful in the past with it, or just Gus going for the solo play. Power do manage to read that one. Now Amphis, they have to try and make the clear, but it's just constant back and forth in this corner. Power not able to get it clear, and Merge not able to get any leeway here on the offensive end, sorry, and now Fever does send them into their own corner.
Yeah, Fever reads that beautifully. Merge are playing very risky here. Wow, important double commit there. Without it, they might have got scored on. Power upping the pace. Both teams kind of trading chances with this pressure. Caleb quick to that. Torsos is actually all alone, but so solid defensively.
And that is a great follow-up there from Caleb to keep that out of harm's way just for now. Good pass over to the midfield. Fever up early, tries to find a teammate upfield, but only finds Cobo. Now Amphis looking to pass this play over to one of the teammates, and right now, Merge trying this attack. That's a good infield pass, might find Amphis, who does keep that out just for now.
Oh, it's a good dribble though. That's a great corner bounce. Merge, they get back in time, but Power looking deadly even on the counterattack.
Up nice and early in the midfield here. Amphis does get a beat out. Cobo has to make an awkward save there. Torsos just puts a shot on target. Well played across. I don't know if that was well played or if that was just a save, but I think Cobo did have the save.
Yeah, either way, it 50s to Torsos, and that's an amazing shot. Torsos gets them the lead with only 1:17 left.
And that has just put loads of pressure on Merge here, and maybe even relieved some nerves for Power as they take the lead in the final moments of game number 6. As we said before, they don't want to see championships field. Can Merge bring this back? Or will Power lead through and continue their lower bracket run? Amphis with an opportunity. Fever with the follow-up shot on target. It does manage to get in the center. What a read from Fever!
What a play from Fever, extending the lead. Amphis makes everyone awkward, and Fever with the perfect recovery. Look at the reaction time.
That is perfect to get back in the way of that, beating out two defenders trying to make it clear. And just like that, you have the safety goal. You are now safe from a 0-second goal if it does come down to it. They're trying for one more opportunity here. 1v1, Gus does get the touch downfield. They've got to get a move on now if they want to see best of 7. Gus with an opportunity, Torsos with the save.
Yeah, risky from Torsos though. 45 seconds left. Power put themselves in such a good situation, but they have to keep Merge out. But on the other side, Merge, they need a goal pretty much now. 30 seconds left. This game is just going to run away from them.
With this, Power just maintaining the pressure right now, maintaining the possession. As Gus now looking to go the other way. Torsos just going to interrupt that play, keeping Merge in their own half. Good 50. Caleb, a good spawn from Amphis there is actually just going to allow them to take this away. 15 seconds left. Power looks sketchy at moments, but they've managed to bring it back. We've seen the form that we've seen before, and they are not wanting to give up this major spot just yet. Power stay alive to get to that lower bracket. They're wanting to beat out Pioneers, who will be playing next. Power, good finish from them.
Yeah, they hold their nerves. I mean, well played. Merge played it phenomenally as well. They really stepped up. I thought that was one of the best showings from Power we've seen in a while, honestly, and still it was nervous till the very end, so close to going to a game 7, but Power, like you said, they keep their hopes alive, and now the pressure is thrown to the Pioneers. If they lose, they're out of the major.
Torsos with the MVP medal, but Fever just on all ends was crucial for Power's success there. And you're right, they find themselves in the lower bracket semi-final, awaiting the outcome of Pioneers versus Him Police. Pioneers, can they keep their major run alive? They've already secured world, but you want to get to those majors, you want to get to those LAN events, Jake.
Yeah, no, I mean, what a showing. We'll go to a quick break, but up next we have Pioneers versus Him Police with their major hopes on the line.